Good morning, everyone. How you doing this morning? I am not awake yet. Oh, my captions. All right. Are they working now? Almost. Almost working. There they are. So welcome to our third annual tabletop gaming Meowrathon benefiting Simply Cats, our no-kill shelter here in Boise. It's going to be a fun day full of a variety of games. We're starting off with Lady Asabat hosting Library Cats. And then we're going to have some, I believe it's Monarchies of Mao. I should have had the schedule up in front of me so I didn't, so it looked like I knew what I was talking about. And then we'll have some Monarchies of Mao, and we end the day with Kids on Bikes with our special guest Riley Silverman. So it's going to be an exciting day. But before we get rolling on Lady Asabat's game, hi Dee Dee, look at that tail. I'm going to play a couple videos. First, I'm going to play the video that I tried to put out everywhere about the Meowrathon, and then I'm going to play a video about what donations that Simply Cats have done in the past, so you know kind of what you're going to be paying for. Oh man, I'm so excited for tonight's game. I've spent weeks designing the perfect campaign for my friends. As you journey deeper into the caves, you feel the temperature cool, but then steeply begin to rise again. Ahead of you, glinting in the torchlight, you see a large hoard of gold. You also see a giant doggin lying on top of it.
I charge it.
You what?
I charge up to the doggin and chop it with my axe.
You do realize that a doggin is a deadly encounter for your party's level, right? Perhaps you should...
I'm a barbarian. I don't realize anything. Leroy Jenkins. Nat 20, baby. Max damage.
Nice roll. You take a big slice out of the doggin. Okay, Rogue, you're next. Maybe you could help sneak out...
Backstab.
Are you positive?
I backstab the doggin. Oh yeah, Nat 20 over here too.
Thanks to the barbarian's distraction, you managed to sink both your daggers into the doggin's head. Okay, Wizard, you're up.
I cast Ice Spike at the doggin.
You're the squishiest of the group. Are you sure you don't want to run away?
No way, man. I want to finish him off.
As the ice spike hits the doggin, it goes straight into its heart. The doggin is defeated.
Yay, we survived a tough battle.
Man, the dice are hot tonight.
Thanks for running this one-shot. I can't wait to do the real campaign.
Yeah, no problem. Well, there goes 3 weeks of planning. Has this ever happened to you? If so, you should join us for Of Dice and Den's 3rd annual tabletop role-playing Meowrathon benefiting Simply Cats, Boise's cage-free no-kill cat shelter. This is a 3-day stream starting on July 8th of one-shot adventures to raise money to help provide care for cats and kittens needing a forever home. Last year we raised over $2,000. So if you're interested in participating as a GM or player, or if you wish to watch and donate, please visit meowrathon.com for more information today. All right, so now that you know what we're about, oh, Kimberly. Now that you know what we're about, what Simply Cats is about, hope you can enjoy the kitty cam today. Oh, there's Skeeter. She survived FIP even. But feel free to donate. There's going to be when we go live with the games, there's going to be a description on the screen telling you how some of your donations can actually influence the game. That's a lot of fun. And the host will give a little more detail on what that means. So let the games begin. All the details you might need going forward can be found at meowrathon.com. Which will be on the other screens. Apparently forgot to put it on this one. I'll have to do that in the downtime. So I'm going to just pop on over, make sure they're ready to go, and get ready to watch a cool game of Library Cats in Pursuit of Silence. Hmm? Whoop. Here we go.
Woo! So, welcome in lentils and jelly beans and all vegetables in between to In Pursuit of Silence. Today we're running a one-shot, two-page scenario called Library Cats, in which there is a magical clouder of kitties defending the books that they hold dear. I am Lady Asabat. I will be your host for the next 3 hours, and with me are all these fine people today. If you would like to introduce yourselves. Anyone?
Hi, my name's Holly. I'm Spider Miss on the internet, and I am playing Miss Havisham.
I'm Al. I'm Alice Wrights on Twitter, and I will be playing Chaz.
Hi, I'm Melilia on Twitter and pretty much everywhere else on the internet, and I will be playing Molly Sue.
And Nikki?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was next. Hi, I'm Nikki. I am Beholder to No One on Twitter, or Chaotic Wonderful on Twitter, and I am playing Queenie.
Lovely.
And I'm Jeff. I don't know who I am or even why I'm here.
Charming.
No, I'm Jeff. I am the marshal of the OD&D Presents a Deadlands campaign, and I am playing O'Malley.
Lovely. So, you wonderful fine folks over at Twitch, YouTube, and other associated streaming platforms that have escaped my brain might notice that if you click that little Tiltify link, you can influence our game this afternoon. So, for $2, you can add a D6 to the pool in which our little library cats can use to overcome the challenges that they face. You can pay $5 to give them a trick or a treat. I'll let you decide. You can pay $10 to become an NPC, friend, foe, or something in between. And for $15, you can make a monster. Also, your choice, or let me choose. Entirely up to you. It's all in the name of charity, and I promise to use every single thing that you throw at me, so feel free to go nuts, or not. It's up to you. Now, the way this game works for you watching at home is our cats will roll a set of d6s. They start off with 1. They can add up to 2 more, depending on if what they are trying to do. It includes their skill set and whether or not they can talk me into giving them the third dice if I think it's appropriate for the situation. If they do not roll any successes are a 4 to a 6. No, they're not. That's Goat Crashers. Please hold, caller. Please hold, caller. Different one-shot campaign. If they roll 0 successes, then they fail at their task, and there are consequences. If they roll 1 success, then they pass, but there is a cost to what they are trying to do. If they roll 2 successes, everything goes according to plan. 3 successes will lead them a critical success. Which leads me nicely into my next point. Each cat has a number. This is somewhere between 4 and, mostly 4 in the case of these cats, somewhere between 2 and 5. If they have chosen a high number, that means they are good at being a librarian. If they have chosen a low number, that means they're good at being a cat. To succeed at librarian-based cats, they have to roll under their number. To succeed at being a cat, they have to roll over their number. If they roll exactly their number, then they are a fancy cat, which means that they get to ask me a question relating to what they're doing, and I have to answer honestly. Make sense? Yes? No? Maybe? Good?
Makes sense.
Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Then let's begin. In the quaint town of Old New York starts a library. This isn't any ordinary library, for both it and its keepers are meowgical. The patrons here are kept safe by none other than a clouder of cats, who are tasked with keeping them and the books safe from perils. But something terrible is about to happen. They can feel it in their whiskers. But that's later. What are my group of library cats currently doing?
I think Queenie is just like stalking around the library and whapping at anybody who's in there, chasing after like any strings on somebody's bag or shoelaces that are untied and trying to trip up people.
Chaz is in a little cafe, just kind of walking around, making sure no one's making a mess, but then also kind of sneaking and getting little scraps of food, cleaning, as he would call it, just taking them off the ground.
Molly Sue is searching for a sunbeam to lay in, but she will nuzzle every human she comes into contact with.
Thomas is sleeping on the desk.
Miss Havisham is poking around under bookshelves, seeing if there's anything interesting.
Have you lost a toy under there?
Probably.
So, whilst you're all going about your business, the human overseer from this library of yours bursts out of her office and goes, "You lot! Somebody has let your clutch of dragonets loose in the stacks. Go and clean them out now." Come on!
Now,
Get on with it!
Mm.
Oh, goodness.
Queenie's already off.
I'm not done nuzzling the librarian.
She lowers her glasses and just kind of gives you a look.
Guys, fighting! Let's go!
Just one more food, one more scrap. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, I'll go with Queenie. I guess I'll go and fight the little dragonets and get them out.
Huh? What? What's going on? I don't.
There's things to
Come
attack.
on.
Come on, wake up.
Queenie will pounce on.
Things to attack.
What is your character's name again?
O'Malley.
Queenie
O'Malley the
will pounce
alley
on
cat.
O'Malley.
You forget though, his true name is Abraham DeLacy.
DeLacy. Giuseppe
Casey. Thomas O'Malley.
O'Malley the alley cat.
O'Malley, let's go.
All right, fine. Let's go.
I follow
Yay!
This is quite well.
So you all head off into the stacks. Does anyone know where they're going? Your overseer
No.
wasn't particularly clear.
No, but I am sneaking.
Yeah, and Chaz is hunting. He'd be like kind of hunting for any signs of the little dragonades.
I'm just going where I think it is. Just no rhyme or reason, just running.
Are you using your cat senses or your librarian senses to find your way to the correct section in the stacks?
So just FYI, I'm
I'm
muted.
using cat senses.
FYI, I put in the chat we had a pretty good
Yep.
donation from Zesta.
Yeah.
Is that
I saw.
Zastai?
Thank you, Zestai. For the kitties.
Yay.
Yeah, probably cat stuff, which means I'm probably gonna fail. But we'll give it a go.
Well, why not? We'll roll as a group.
Okay.
Each of you can roll me, because you do live in a library and finding books is kind of your job. Roll me 2d6.
2.
each.
2.
Yeah.
And we're using Dice Maiden, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Exclamation mark roll space 2d6. So Al, you are all trying to roll. So Al, you are using your cat sensors, correct?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm so
So
hungry.
Melly. So Melly, you are on 1. Al. Oh no. Melly's on 1. Al, sorry, Al. Holly, you have rolled your number. Look at that. So, and also Nikki rolled both over. So yeah, I'm willing to consider this an easy peasy squeezy success for all of the cats trying to find their way to the correct part of the stacks. Even those of you that wouldn't really be paying attention because you don't come into the stacks very much because the stacks are full of books and books are boring and you're more interested in the cafe where the humans and their food are.
Books are boring, but as you said,
They're very comfy to lay on.
they are. And they're up high.
And they have the best smell.
Catnip has the
So-
best smell.
For the magic number, do you have a question for me?
How many dragonettes are we facing?
6.
6. Yay!
So, without further ado, dragging your reluctant friends behind you, you make your way into the stacks. They've managed to get quite far, but you see someone has been incredibly unobservant and left the window open. How rude. And that is how the Dragonet cluster came in. And currently they're making a right mess in the politics section. There's ripped pages, like some of the they've started piling some of the books into a bin to make themselves a roast fire. It looks like they've brought marshmallows in to make s'mores. It's rude. What are you gonna do?
I mean, at least they picked the best section for it.
Depends.
Immediately.
UK or US politics?
Does it matter?
Wait, no, that's true. Your
Really, no.
politics would be the dumpster on fire.
It appears that they don't seem to have a preference. They've taken books from both sections and chucked them straight in.
Okay. Queenie will just go run up and thwack somebody. As soon as I try to like put a book in the fire, she's like, "No, they like those thwack."
That is a very cat thing to do. Would you you did you decide to keep with whacking or did you change to purring?
I went with thwacking.
You are with hitting things. In that case, please roll me 3d6.
Fantastic. Also, I have a little cape on, just so it's noted.
It looks suitably dramatic. For a
Yes.
second, they think they're one of you.
2 successes, 1 failure.
Yes. I believe. Yes. 2 successes. So, you jump on the table and you bat one of them off. It goes as it goes flying across the room and out the window. And all of its friends look up from their misdemeanors and look up and stare at you.
I hiss
They hiss
with
back.
with my tail wagging behind me, like super excited.
Chaz will go up as well, and he'll bat one of them as well. Bat and give a little headbutt.
So you are my purring cat. This is unfortunately not your area of expertise. Please, could you roll me? However, you are following the lead, so I will let you roll 2d6 for this, please. So, you rolled your exact number, which makes you a fancy cat. The dragonet flies through the window with a sad cry, joining its friend on the balcony outside. But what would you like to ask me?
With regard to dragonets, is there anything that could scare them away?
Cheese.
Okay.
Cheese or keys?
Cheese.
Cheese does not scare kitties away. I can guarantee that.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Dragons might.
Oh, cheese might scare dragons away.
Yeah,
Okay.
cheese. Someone get cheese. No, I'm not hungry. Just
I'm hungry.
But
we
I
can
thought
use cheese to scare them, and then we can eat the cheese later.
Oh.
I love cheese.
I don't know if I want to go back and get cheese when you're all having fun though.
I'll hold them off.
Okay.
Defense
And
position.
actually, Chaz is going to do that. He's going to rush back to the cafe and try to find any cheese or anything like that. He'll go up to the deli case and just like put his paw up there. That'll probably take a while. So.
So, whilst our intrepid explorers returning to the cafe in search of cheese, the little dragonets turn to the rest of you, their tails flapping, letting out little hisses. They seem to be ready to fight, even though two of them have just been knocked out of the window.
Molly Sue will. Is there any way that I can sneak on them? I am a sneaking cat.
I mean, with your sneaky abilities, I am perfectly sure that you could go round the bookshelves on top of them.
I would like to sneak up to the dragonet that is the furthest away from all of the cats and just kind of spook it.
Interesting. Now, don't forget, kind people, that you have 5 extra d6 currently to use due to a very generous donation.
Can we choose to roll those after we fail, or do we have to choose before?
You can choose to roll them after. I'll allow it. So for this, I'm going to give you 2d6.
Okay.
As it is your area of expertise. For some weird reason, the Pink Panther tune starts playing in the background.
So I got 2 4s.
Look at that. 2 4s, and you are trying to do cat things because sneaking is a cat thing, which means you have succeeded. Your plan goes off a hitch. You sneak along the top of the bookcase and pounce down behind one of the dragonets. It jumps in surprises and falls into the bin.
Dang it, I missed. Sorry, Queenie, I meant to land on him.
It's okay, you'll get it next time.
You notice that you've managed to land conveniently next to the bag of marshmallows that they were planning to toast on the fireplace.
I don't like marshmallows.
In the meantime, Miss Haversham has been using her tiny wings and her sneakiness to sneak books out of the pile and over and away from the fire.
So you are trying to sneak, but in a librarian way, because you're trying to save the books. In that case, can you persuade me to give you a third dice? Why should you have this third dice?
I am bookish. I like the books. I like to read the books. And I'm sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky cat.
Good enough. Roll me 3d6. Oh my goodness me. That is 2 successes. So yeah, you managed to successfully get the books out of where they would be set on fire into the bin. Whether or not you consider this a bonus or actually worse than letting the politics books be burnt, but it is your duty as a librarian cat to do so. And they are safely under the desk. Face the clock. Oh god.
Wait.
Okay. All of a sudden, out of the prehistoric section of the library, bursts a giant T-Rex.
Molly Sue immediately orients to the noise, puffs up, and she's a Persian cat, so it's a lot of fluff. And her tail goes straight up. What the meow mix was that?
I don't know, but I want to fight it.
Are you sure?
It looks like a giant snake with arms. I killed a snake once. I could take it.
Wait, what? You want me to fight it?
Do I need to get more cheese?
No, I could fight it.
We could both.
As our intrepid cheese explorer comes back, he sees this giant snake with arms burst into the politics section. And the T-Rex lets out a massive roar. Where it came from, you're not entirely sure, but the prehistoric section has always been a little unsettled. So you're not entirely surprised it's decided to manifest. This does, however, have the consequence of sending the dragonet scurrying out of the window with a chitter that you think means, rather you than me, mates! And they close the window behind it and leave you to it.
Oh!
I was playing with that.
One less thing to worry about.
Yeah, Chaz will drop the G's.
Ooh, cheese!
Wait, are you using that cheese?
He's gonna take it. He's gonna take one of the cheese, and he'll walk it. He'll just kind of fling it toward the T-Rex. Here you
go. The T-Rex.
I respect fellow hunters.
Like are you trying to bribe the T-Rex with cheese?
Bribe, kind of persuade, just trying to be friends. Like, hey, buddy.
You're befriending the T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you say this is more of a cat thing or a librarian thing to do?
Part of me wants to... I'd say it's probably... As it kind of relates more to Chaz being that hunter, like he respects kind of the hunter, a fellow predator like Chaz himself thinks he is. It's like, I respect you on an animal level. So
you are offering cheese in return for friendship and respect.
Yes, and respect.
You are a friendly cat. You know what? You've put a pretty solid argument. I'll give you your 3d6 for this one.
All right.
Nice. You were trying to be a little kitty cat. But you don't take anything from this T-Rex. You are the fanciest of fancy cats. And this dinosaur? Nah, it's nothing compared to you. As a matter of fact, the T-Rex sniffs the cheese, attempts to pick it up with its little tiny arms, fails miserably, chomps it down in one mouthful, and you see it make a face as if say, that's some Gouda cheese. And with a respectful bow of the head, it skulks back off towards the prehistoric section, trampling back over the books and stacks that it had destroyed on the way in. Would you like to ask me a question?
Yes, just trying to think of. Let's see.
Can questions be saved for later if you don't currently have one?
You know what? If you want to do that, I'll put it.
Wait, pause. And does that count as this question?
Oh crap! Dang it!
No.
I mean,
You know what?
technically.
I'll allow it if you want to save a question as one of your treats that you've been given, because you have 3 treats to use, so you can use one of them to save a question for later, or you can use it now.
Actually, I'll use my question now. Is there anything else running around in the library? I guess like any people that shouldn't be that are going towards sections that they shouldn't be going toward.
There was a wizard in the herbology section that the moment they saw the T-Rex, they legged it straight out to the cafe in search of a cup of tea. You suspect, however, that they're not the ones behind this. You suspect that there's someone else at play trying to keep you occupied.
There's a T-Rex. Let me go get some tea and just ignore the situation. Humans are
To be honest,
weird.
that would be my standard response. So
It's like, not my monkey, not my circus.
Yep.
Going to get some tea.
It's the wizard's Sunday morning. Just trying to do some herbology. Looks up, sees a T-Rex, just like nopes out of the situation.
Is a T-Rex still a threat right now?
No.
No?
It's
Alright, one-
plodding gently back towards the prehistoric section. You can see its feathers just gently rustling. There's some pages stuck in there. You know that the overseer is going to give you a hell of a hard time for this later, and it's going to be a big old job to put this back to where it should be.
Queenie just sighs. Stop sending away the things to play with.
But there's someone else. But there's someone who is. We have to find the cause of this, and then we can play with them. He's like, I said that right, didn't I?
But didn't the T-Rex just happen? Like the Dragonets, yeah, they were little jerks with their marshmallows. Don't they know how sticky those things are? How hard it is to get off of books?
They taste weird too.
They do.
If there's one around, Chad's gonna go eat it.
Marshmallows.
Oh no, Chaz, don't.
Best.
There's a whole bag of marshmallows sat on the table.
Are they the big marshmallows or the mini marshmallows?
Oh, the big ones.
Oh yeah.
Like the size of your face marshmallows.
Okay.
Molly Sue looks on in horror at Chaz as he eats.
Food helps me think.
Are you gonna be okay, Chaz?
I'll be fine. You can take a cat nap after my shit.
I'm gonna get to the highest shelf and look around, see what I find, and just start climbing one of the shelves.
So you're looking around, see what you can find. Please. You are bookish, so we'll make it 2.
No, I'm that was my. I'll delete that one. That was my old character. I switched.
Oh, you switched.
Yeah, I'm spunky.
Ah.
now.
You're spunky.
Spunk.
That explains the desire to fight everything.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a spunky, offensive, thwacking munchkin with a little cape.
Well, you know what? You can still roll me 2d6.
Okay. I think the cape gives her superhero powers.
You're trying to do librarian things, so you have rolled
a 1 on my number is a 2.
So you climb onto the bookcases. You have a good look around, and you can see some shapes moving down in the back end of the library. However, as you lean forward to get a closer look, you fall off the shelf and into the bag of sticky, icky marshmallows.
I'm still next to the marshmallows, aren't I?
Why?
Okay, I seriously have to
And
ask.
I'm like,
What are marshmallows like for you? Because they're like freeze dried, powdery things.
I'm thinking of marshmallow. They've been with dragons, so the dragons have probably like slightly melted them slightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And-
she's.
We don't know if the bin's still on fire.
was there any splash from the marshmallows? Like, do I have sticky stuff on me right now?
Do you want sticky stuff?
No, I do not.
I'm gonna say you have a tiny bit just on your nose, like a cute little blob. But unfortunately, Queenie has borne the brunt of it, and she is a very sticky cat right now.
Oh my god, Queenie, I'm so sorry.
I don't understand why I fell.
You
know,
slipped?
the world is weird.
I
But
saw it.
I thought I succeeded. That's why I was confused.
You only got one success, which meant there was a complication.
Oh, you need 2 success. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you rolled 2 dice and you had to get like, as long as you got 1, you succeeded. I misunderstood.
You have to get 2 successes to succeed naturally.
That makes more sense. Fantastic. Thank you for explaining. I apologize.
No worries.
If I read, that would have helped.
It's fine. I had to write it in shorthand so I understood it.
So what did I see again when I was up there?
You saw a cluster of small, shadowy figures heading towards the back of the library where people are not supposed to go.
Okay. So I get up and I shake off all the anything that's sticky on me.
Molly Sue immediately jumps down before the shake.
Yeah, like she preps. She like leans down to prep, like she's about to shake. Everybody has time to duck and cover, and then just shakes. Shadowy figures to the back. We have to go fight them.
Okay,
stop them. Fight. I don't know yet. Fight them probably. They look suspicious.
But what if they're friends?
Then we won't fight them, I guess.
Okay.
O'Malley adjusts his glasses and then just starts walking towards the back of the where the shadow creatures are.
Sneak.
So who is running, who is sneaking, and who is just gently walking?
Running.
Chaz is gently walking.
Sneaking.
Apparently, Chaz and O'Malley are just gently walking, strolling,
Don't
shooting
be
the breeze.
suspicious. Don't be
Queenie's just like
suspicious.
Suspicious.
she has the zoomies.
So Queenie rushes off ahead, picking up loads of pages of book that have come out of their binds as she goes, sticking to all of her wonderful marshmallow fluffy fur, that wonderful Persian coat not looking quite so pristine anymore. The two boys just gently strolling along. The T-Rex gives you a little nod as you pass him by.
You don't know.
You have
But
the
my two little sneaky beans. As you sneak along in the shadows of a bookshelf, a black tendril reaches out and tries to grab you. What are you gonna
Hiss and smack
do? Roll me 2d6.
I try and fly. I have tiny wings.
This is true. Roll me 2d6.
My hat stays on.
Help if I
You
can
rolled your magic number. And oh my goodness. And you unfortunately did not. So, as our little Molly Sue deftly just bats the little shadowy tendril out of the way with a "No, not today, Shadow." Poor little Miss Havisham. She goes to flap her wings, but they don't work very well because she's a Scottish fold cat and a little bit jonky. And she finds she can't get enough pickup no matter how hard she flaps, and the shadows start to pull her in, and she's disappearing. The shadow's trying to pull her into a book. What are you gonna do?
No,
Chaz will
you
run up
can't
and
take
try
my
to.
friends.
Meow.
No.
Meow.
I'll try to. Yeah, no, we can't take her. And he'll go up and try to pull her, right?
Molly Sue is just going to do some smack paw action on the tendril that's trying to hold her. She's going to be a whack pow. This is my friend. You don't come into my library and hurt my friend.
So Molly Sue is smashing at the tendrils whilst good old Chaz is trying to pull Miss Havisham out. Will you both roll me? Ooh, let's see.
Can we have an extra D6 since we are working together and being teamwork cats?
You're working together. Let's call it 2d6 each, and I'll combine the results.
Okay.
You're both trying to do relative cat things. Oh my goodness me, Molly Sue!
I know, that's awful, isn't it?
Oh no.
Oof.
No, it's good. You're trying to do cat things and you roll
Oh, that's right. I have to roll over the number for cat things.
You're trying to do
Right, then
cat
that's
things, so you
fantastic.
rolled a double 6.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Chaz is pulling and pulling and pulling. The combined efforts cause the just too much for these shadowy tendrils. And Miss Havisham is freed from their grasp and they back into the spooky book, the Necronomicon. And she was free.
Wait, can you say that again?
Yeah,
No.
I'm writing that down for posterity.
The
Was it the
necro
Meow-
meow.
Meow?
I said.
Meowricon. Meowricon? Maybe there's more.
So the tricks and treats, the way I'm working this is it's either a nice thing that can happen to the kitties as they adventure upon their way, or you can have something not so nice, like a book full of nasty tendrils or a pot of gooey marshmallows.
Okay.
I believe I have a fancy cat question from earlier. And my question would be, are the tendrils connected, like to each other? Are they all one big tendril, or are they a bunch of little tendrils?
It was a bunch of little tendrils that came out of one book. You've realized a little too late that you wandered through the occult section, which your supervisor has told you 1,000 times not to go in there unless you have to. And if you do go in there, you have to bring all the relative tools to get rid of the Meowrathon that live there.
Is it time? Is it time to go in? To the forbidden place?
I don't want to stay here with these weird tendrils.
No.
No.
We should probably.
Are you okay?
We should get rid of the tendrils. Are the tendrils still here? Where did it go?
The tendrils are sucked back into the book.
Okay. I have a fancy cat question too. What are the tools that we needed to get to, for the occult section?
So for the occult section, it's surprisingly similar to the restricted section. You need to bring a bag of catnip, your favorite fuzzy toy, and a... What else?
What else does a cat need, really?
Sunshine.
A milk ring.
Kitty litter.
And a bottle of milk.
Okay.
A bobby pin.
Full cream.
My cat always steals my bobby pins.
Chaz is like, we have to get our tools, and he darts off to go to his kitty locker or equivalent of their whatever we have to when we first get in for the day, and we have to drop off our stuff. And bring it to it. So he's got a bottle of cream and his favorite stuffed toy, which is a little red plushy dragon.
No.
Do we each have to have our things, or just one of us?
It's a collective thing, so you need these. You need these 3 things. You're pretty sure the overseer said that there was one more thing somewhere, but none of you can remember what it is.
It's probably spunk.
Chaz, are you getting the catnip as well, or should one of us get the catnip?
Yeah, he'll get the catnip as well. I was trying to remember what that first thing was. So.
I wrote it down. That's the only reason I remember.
Queenie's just on defense mode right now. She's like looking for anything to fight because she keeps missing all the fights and she's sad.
Molly Sue will start to try to clean some of the marshmallow out of Queenie's fur. Hang on. You just got a little... It's really sticky and this tastes awful, but you're good friends. And you need to be clean.
She's just like on high alert. She's like, yeah, we'll deal with that later. Possibly. That feels, ooh. Yeah, that's the spot right there.
It's like right behind her ear.
So, whilst you're doing that, good old Chaz, fetcher of Product Supreme, ventures back to the cafe to go get some milk, some catnip, and his favorite cuddly toy. Is anyone going with him, or is he on his own?
I'm kind of hiding behind Queenie at the moment because I'm a little scared, having just had a book try to consume me.
Queenie's probably too distracted right this second.
Molly Sue is more worried about, Miss Havisham and getting the marshmallow stuff off of Queenie.
Thomas will go with.
Okay.
So the 2 lads head back to the cafe. You go in the kitchen and you discover a cook in there making today's lunch special. It smells real good. She seems very busy though. She has that usual thing that people in kitchens do where they're naturally quite cranky, but anything that comes in the door gets fed. And without even having to sit and meow for it, she puts you down a lovely plate of fresh tuna and salmon to fortify you for your journey ahead. Because you are her best boys.
Yes, we are.
It would be rude not to take this down to. We have to keep up our strength, and so
we could eat some first.
Yeah,
and then take it.
Mm-hmm.
And eat about half of it, and then start screaming that it's empty and we want more.
Mm-hmm.
When you start screaming, she kind of looks down at you and goes, "Boys, really? Oh. Chaz, O'Malley, where are your collars? You know you're not allowed in the stacks without your collars.
Chaz will start kind of batting his cape, like kind of like when I don't need a name tag. I've got my signature flair.
My cape is my name tag.
And she sighs and she goes, "That just won't do. Remember, you must have your official library cat collars. Otherwise, the overseer will have my head." And she reaches into the pockets underneath her apron. She pulls out two collars with fancy bow ties on them, and proceeds to try and put them around your necks. And they have a little tingle tingle bell as well.
I allow it.
Oh, yeah, I allow it too. And as she's doing that too, my eyes just gonna go toward like the cooler or the fridge where the cream is at. It's like just kind of eyeing that, like, and then looking back at her.
Is O'Malley gonna keep her distracted whilst Chaz is raiding the fridge?
I was actually gonna see if she was gonna get it for me.
Oh,
like,
no!
Oh, we have food, but what about something to drink too?
No, I've just given you your food. You're not getting any more.
He'll start purring. I kind of rub up against her leg.
Oh.
And he'll kind of step toward the cooler, like now cream.
Okay. Okay. Roll me 3d6. Nice. So she gives you a small sigh. She goes, "Okay, fine, but you're not having the whole bottle this time." And she gives you like a little teacup full of cream with a cap on it.
Is this to share?
Yeah, to share / take back to the occult section.
But do we need the full teacup?
I mean, we just need a little bit.
Just sneak a little taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll taste a little bit.
So we both take a little taste all the way back.
How little are your tastes?
The important questions.
At least 3 good licks.
Yeah. 3 good
Okay.
licks.
I'm gonna roll this d6. That'll decide how much cream is left in the cup by the time you get it back to the others. A 2.
That's enough.
Yeah.
So when you get back to the others, they see you come in with your haul, and you've picked up the catnip from the secretary desk, and they also notice that you've got these 2 fancy collars and a cup of cream. Well, it was a cup. It seems to not be a full cup anymore.
It was really heavy. We had to weigh it down a little bit.
So you spilled some?
Some
you didn't
just,
spill some,
yeah.
did you, Chaz? You didn't spill any, I bet. I bet you
No.
did.
I drank it.
Smart thinking.
Had to make sure it was good. Had to make sure it was good cream. That way, if we're going,
That's
we can
true.
only go into the occult section with the finest cream. And
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't milk. It has to be what they say it is.
Has to be labeled and dated properly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
so really, we did this for all of you.
Did you?
Well, I didn't take food safety as my classes or anything, so I will believe you wholeheartedly. And I will actually Molly Sue will thank them by leaving Queenie and going up, giving a little headbutt to O'Malley and a careful headbutt to Chaz if he's the one holding the cup.
Yeah, he'll give a little headbutt back.
Yay.
Okay, so now we have everything we need to go to the place to attack
To
the
see
stuff
what-
inside. Right, see what's inside. That's what I said.
Yeah, so you all venture into the occult section. And as you do, Queenie, because you've been keeping a good lookout and you saw you saw the creatures earlier. You notice there's something distinctly sneaky feline about those shadows that you saw. And they seem to be going through the occult section towards the restricted section.
It's worse than we thought. They're going to the restricted area.
They can't do that. They have to ask permission first. And something else. I don't understand humans that great. All they need is purrs and nuzzles, right?
Do you ever ask permission? I just go.
I mean,
No.
Do your
That's for
thing.
humans.
Like,
We
you
should
don't
just
have to.
we should just attack.
We should sneak.
I
we
don't know
be
how to do that.
sneakier? Can I be sneakier than something that's literally a shadow?
So now's the best time to find out.
You're right.
I'll be a distraction and I'll run off again to go attack.
Are you sure you want to do that by yourself?
She's already gone.
She's already gone.
Molly Sue begins to sneak in the direction that Queenie went, but she will make use of shelves if they are available. She's trying to sneak and fast sneak so she can try to catch up to Queenie.
I just imagine this like cat ninja run across the shelves.
Yeah. I just imagine that Queenie is just always has the zoomies. She just is always just zooming around.
I can see that. So, Queenie zooms off in the direction of the restricted section. Molly Sue follows in a slightly more dignified and sneaky fashion, as quick as her little paws can scramble through the bookshelves. What are the rest of you doing?
Chaz will just, kind of being the pack mule, or the pack cat. He will just walk in, kind of gently but a little slowly, making sure he doesn't spill the cream or the food, or he's got his. Really, he's more focused on keeping his dragon plushie close to him. So that's the most important thing right now.
I'm going to attempt to sneak along behind Molly Sue. Because theoretically sneaking is my speciality.
The sneakiest of cats.
Yes, I am a chunky Scottish fold cat. I am clearly the sneakiest of cats.
You were built for stealth.
I just decided that
I'll be
Scottish folds
honest.
are all chunky to
Yeah.
me.
I'll be honest, it's my day-to-day life. I am chunk, I am not sneak.
If you ask my kid, even though I'm big, I'm very quiet and I scare her literally all the time just because I don't stomp.
Yeah.
And they do.
I used to do that at work. They used to say that they needed to put a bell on me.
That I accidentally, because I don't want to bother anyone, I'll pop up behind someone and I'll just kind of wait until they notice me. And then they notice me and they're like, oh, well, hi.
Where did you come from? Oh, I've been here the entire time.
Yep.
Well,
So
Speaking-
we are sneak buddies.
so we have the Zoomer front party. We have the two sneaky cats, and then we have the boys in the back bringing up the rear. The usual formation.
As we do.
Jingling along gently with your fancy bow tie bells.
Ding 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 ding.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Miss Havisham,
Yeah.
You should probably not sing the "Don't Be Suspicious" song if you don't want to be suspicious.
It's the best time to sing.
Or you can sing it. You can sing it in your head. And then Molly Sue, as we continue to sneak, Molly Sue, not Stu, starts humming the tune. I just like, dang it, now it's in my head.
And with the tune of "Don't Be Suspicious," accompanied by the gentle jingle of bells, when
right.
Queenie bursts out of the occult section to where to the gates of the restricted session, there's it feels like you're being watched. As a matter of fact, you know you're being watched because there's a cat sat right in front of you, just arms folded, giving you the most unimpressed look possible.
That's a
Molly Sue freezes where she is and just kind of stops and stares at the cat as if she is completely still, she cannot be seen.
Is this in front of Queenie?
Yeah, in front of Queenie.
Okay.
You basically almost run into them because you're going so fast.
She'll like skid and like wrap around him and then stop.
Tokyo Drift!
Yes. Tokyo Cat Drift. Who are you and why are you going to the restricted area?
That's for me to know and you to find out, dearie.
That's why I asked you. Tell me.
Why should I tell you?
I'll smack you.
I'd like to see you try.
Okay.
That's like, no!
Roll me 3d6.
That's great.
Oh my goodness me. So, what happens here is with those 3 successes is you just put your entire weight behind this smack, and this little tiny Siamese cat just gets absolutely knocked over, and falls off the table onto the floor, and does the whole lands as if that was totally meant to happen, honest gov.
She
And
jumps
looks at
down
you.
and is like, want to do it again?
No.
Did I prove my point? Are you going to tell me now?
Maybe.
Do it again.
3d6? Oh,
Ooh, those are my numbers.
that is 2 magic cat numbers. So, you hit you hit this little Siamese cat once again, and you don't just hit it. You basically just baseball bat it into the restricted section.
That's the wrong way.
Molly Sue is still frozen where she is, but there's like a cat gasp. If cats can gasp. She's like, Queenie, you want to go the opposite way.
I know.
And almost as if it heard you, the cat, then you see this kind of like big bear type arm come back and throw the cat back out of the restricted section, and it flies over your head and crashes into the bookcase behind you and just slumps to the floor.
I think the restricted section is good.
Molly Sue will go over to the tiny Siamese cat and sniff to try and see if he's alive. Or she. And also kind of like, I know that Queenie was beating the shit out of you, but damn, that was a hard hit. Are you okay?
the cat just kind of like cracks open one eye and just looks around and goes, totally meant to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
You know, that's why the restricted section is restricted. Well, it's not the only reason.
There's a reason why I was outside the restricted section and not inside it.
Did someone kick you out of it?
Oh, you
Other than the you flying for a bit.
I'm just the distraction, you see. And by when you sniff this cat, you realize you recognize the smell of it.
Mm.
You realize that this is the rival Clouder from the museum from the museum in New Old New York.
We're gonna have a street fight.
So,
is that New York that I smell on you?
gross. I touched
Guys, help! I'm contaminated. He's from the museum. I take back my friendship, not friend, and I strut over to Queenie and sit down.
So I have 2 questions, right? Because I got 2 magic numbers.
Yes.
Can my one question be, where are the others?
They are in the restricted section already.
Okay.
They've somehow managed to get in there.
And the items we got this is not my question. The items we got before are to get into the occult section or the restricted section?
Both.
Okay.
In areas of high magic, it always pays to be well equipped.
Fair. Second question. What's the bear's name that just threw the thing?
Albert.
Don't you mean
Alberto? Yes, it's Alberto is his name.
Alberto, okay. I'll keep my eye on him and be like, Alberto, are you okay? Are you good? Do you need help? I take that as you need help.
You barely understand him. And it makes you pause for a second. But you think he means that he's okay.
No, I think he needs help. Okay. Well, there's people in the restricted section, cats in the restricted section. You should get them.
It's about to be more cats in the restricted section.
They're from the museum, Alberto.
Old New
Right.
The New Old New York Museum of Catral History.
Okay. They're from the museum of the new one. They smell weird.
Yeah.
Will somebody in the Twitch chat write that down so I don't forget? There
Can
we
you
go.
say it again?
2 seconds.
It is New Old.
Oh.
The New Old New York Museum of Catral History. God.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember that one.
I have been writing down as many of these cat puns as I can remember because they are too fantastic.
Careful it doesn't pause on you.
And that's the name of or actually technically is if you really want to that's who's in the restricted section.
That's even better than my original spelling. So
yes, so from
it's
Albert
museum.
That's
In the
that's
ro-
the, s- that's the second. This is the second game I've got the name Alberto into.
Welcome to the Meowrathon, people, where it is 3 straight days of puns.
Yay!
I'm not even sorry.
No,
Not for GB.
So, Albert
we need to
You
avoid
hear him-
catastrophe.
shuffling into the around in the restricted section. Whilst you're distracted with Albert, the little Siamese cat slinks off away.
Oh wait, where'd he go?
I don't know, but he's a dick.
Probably.
I heard that.
That
Where
way.
are
Yeah, I meant for you to hear it. You thin-furred coward.
You're lucky. I was about to spray him.
You
I'll
should've-
get you in your little hat too. See if I don't.
You can't spray in the
You'll
library.
take
They
it.
got the books.
Oh right. You can take my hat from my cold dead paws.
I'll be back later.
Great, it's a date. Wait, no.
Wait, do you like him?
No! Oh my God, no! That's so gross. Ugh.
Okay.
I'd rather eat marshmallows.
Yeah.
That's how much I don't like them.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
And with that, the little cat is gone, and you are faced with the task of getting through the gate into the restricted section. The little Siamese cat went over the gate because that was one heck of a punch.
Well,
Can we go under the gate?
I wouldn't
there
say
enough
under.
What?
Let
we go
What?
through the gate?
There
Ooh.
we go.
But do
gate
we
is-
have to open it, or are there gaps big enough for a cat to get through?
You're looking at it. It's one of those fancy like ironwork ornamental gates. There's a sign. There's several signs plastered all over it saying, "Strictly no entrance without permission."
I'm just going through. I'm charging through.
Okay, you're gonna go try and go through the gaps in the gate.
Yep.
So you are not built for this sort of thing. So you are only rolling 1d6.
But I'm a munchkin cat.
You're not the slinky, skinny, teeny tiny skinny cats or a Scottish cat with ambitions.
That's true. Where's my dice roller? Roll.
So you
Drag
do
my
manage
fat
to
ass
get
in.
through. However, it is not dignified at all. And Shaz has to like come along and get behind you and like shove you through. Like the others
Fuck.
have to get like you get stuck halfway.
Winnie the Pooh.
And like there's a lot of shoving and pushing and eventually you get through. But it is about as undignified as humanly possible.
But I'm through. and
You are
that's
through.
The important part.
Molly Sue will follow O'Malley, but she will sneak while she does it.
Well, Molly Sue is a slinky little sneaky Persian cat. So she gets 2d6 to get through. Actually, I'm going to give you 3 because you're a very small kitty.
Ooh.
Nice. Very nice. So with 3 successes, you've seen your friend go through. Everyone had to like push in and then you literally just walk through the gaps as if they were like you could fit a bus.
You okay, O'Malley?
Yes. You're the only one that cares. Thank you.
I
Flop.
mean, aw, Nuzzleback. They all care. They really do. They just don't always say it.
I know.
And,
Did you
and
see
Queenie
how
shows her
Queenie
love with
touched?
smacks.
Did you see how Queenie bunny kicked me through the gate? It's so sad.
I didn't.
I nuzzle O'Malley. It wasn't. It was a bunny kick of love. That's how she shows her love.
Oh,
You know, just the other day, she like smacked me in the face, but it was just love. It was
It's how
like,
I show my hate too, but it's also
I
love.
was like,
Totally
I
love.
just thought you two were fighting.
Yeah.
no. It was all good. We're friends.
I just need to make sure you all understand that I'm in charge. That's all. That's it.
Oh.
That's all.
No, we know. It's the cape.
Mhm.
The cape.
Yeah. Stares at Chaz for a second because he has a cape too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like
Molly adjusts her hat.
Mhm.
I
So
will
who's next?
try and sneak through. Because whilst I may be chunky, I do have sneaky specialities. So
I mean, you're mostly fair, right? Right?
yeah,
Well,
probably.
fair, honest.
It's fluff. It's fluff.
you like
Uh,
shrink to like a third of your size.
So you can roll me 2d6.
I think Queenie's just got to charge.
Yay.
So you oh dear. you managed. It looked for a minute like you were also gonna get stuck. However, with like the ears and speed of someone who is quite used to fitting in gaps that one should not fit in, the very epitome of if I fits, I sits. You squeeze through and you're out the other side. For you were a fancy cat. What is your question?
What is my question? Does Albert know it's us? Know us, as it were. Like if we run across him, he recognize us.
Yes. He knows you as the custodians of this library. He will tolerate you being in his section because there are intruders here.
Thank you.
So Queenie is just full pelt, running at the gate and hoping for the best. It's definitely a spunky thing to do, and you're definitely hitting something. So I'll give you 3d6 for sheer get up and go.
That is 2 2s and a 1. Which means 2
no.
6 fancy numbers
Oh,
and a
no.
fail. Right?
Oh, it would have been a fail, but this cat is so good at what she does that she is so fancy, and much like Harry Potter running at the barrier of platform and 3/4, you will kind of look away expecting her to run straight into the bar, and she just pops straight through, looking absolutely glamorous on the other side. And you have 2 questions.
Cape just goes flying.
Yeah, the cape is like swirling like Doctor Strange style.
You are so cool right now.
I know, thanks. Lick hand.
So, Fancy Cat, what are your questions?
What is the what? So I'm inside the we're all inside the restricted section now.
Yes.
Where are the bad people, the bad cats? Do I see them?
You give a little sniff in the air, and you think they're somewhere off down the back and to the left. You can't quite get a good look at them, a good thing, but you've recognized their smell, and their smell is saying down and off to the left.
Do I know of any obstacles in the way to get there?
You know that the restricted section is an incredibly tricksy place to be in, and that there are likely to be at least 5 things in your way. If you were unlucky.
Okay. They're this way and then that way. She'll like point and do the thing. But there's like sneaky there's weird things in the way. We have to be real careful.
Okay. Molly Sue will also sniff. And be like, yeah. She's not going to do any cat hand signs like cat military like.
Well, we still need to get our good friend O'Malley through the gate first.
No,
O'Malley.
Chaz.
We need to get Chaz through the gate.
O'Malley went first.
Right.
I
Oh yeah, O'Malley
wrecking
was the one
balled
that had to be
thing.
shoved. So Chaz, you're sat on the other side of the fence. All your friends are through.
Right. First thing he'll do is he'll kind of take that little pack he's carrying and put it through the hole in the gate. So that way, just do that too. And then
Okay, cool.
following Queenie's example, he's going to charge through. He's going to kind of use that hunting to find maybe the best gap. So
I'd say that's both an offense, definitely on the offense, and you're definitely being spunky following Queenie's example. So give me 3.
Okay. Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
Ooh. So you think that you can do this. You've seen Queenie do it. How hard can it be? And everyone's watching in anticipation going, go on, Chaz, you got this. As you run
You can
face
do it.
first into the bar.
Molly Sue steps over just up to the gate. That looked like it hurt. Are you okay?
Not looking at Molly Sue, but obviously hearing her voice. Yeah, I'm fine. Or the restricted section looks a lot different. It looks like the one we were just in.
You're looking the wrong way, dear.
Oh.
Molly
And I'm
Sue
assuming as he
takes
hit
a
the
couple
bar too,
steps back.
the bell like let out a loud jingle, so there's kind of a little bit of ringing in his ears too. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Actually, he's gonna try to climb
Go
over.
slow.
Are you going to try and climb over? That's given the height of this gate, that's definitely a spunky thing to do. Like,
How
I
high
know
is the
cats
gate?
like heights, but I mean, you saw how high it was. It's not an easy climb. You see some roses on the lattice work. You think you can do this? Yeah. Roll me 2d6.
Okay. Can I take one of the rolls and make it a 3?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little bit of an interesting climb. There's a couple of seconds where your foot slips and you send bits of the ironwork knocking down. One of the petals comes loose. It's hairy about halfway up, but eventually you manage to climb over, and you realize on the other side there's nothing to land on, so you just have to like jump and pray. And it's a good thing you took the pack off, because you don't land in a dignified manner at all. It's arms and legs akimbo, just as you flail your way through the air. But you get there. You get over.
Nice.
It's not the
Made
journey, it's it's the destination. He says he gets up and he gets the pack.
Have you been hitting the philosophy again?
No, just a couple of philosophy students chit-chatting away at the cafe.
You gotta stay away from some of those harder philosophers.
Careful, that stuff will
Kafka's,
put you to sleep.
I mean, Kafka's Meowza is awful.
Kant is pretty thick too. But it's
Yeah, but young
stretch all the way out on Kant.
Yeah, but young is fun.
Yeah, I prefer a plate of milk to Play-Doh.
Whilst you're all stood there discussing philosophy,
Cat philosophy?
the lights go out. Suddenly, you're all plunged into darkness. The lamps go out. The candles blow out. It's completely pitch black. It's okay, because you're cats, and you can still see in the dark, just not quite as clearly.
Someone's moved a tricky book.
However, it does mean that the
Sue
shadows
sniffs
are a
again.
little bit darker.
Molly Sue sniffs again. I think we should follow this trail before any other weird things happen. But we should be careful because Queenie said there's some sneaky stuff in the way.
Cool. So you're all following the trail led by Queenie. So I'm guessing Queenie's in the front. Usual
Yes.
usual
Sorry.
lineup applies.
I'm trying to fix something offline. That's why I was distracted. Yes, she'll
Yeah,
be
fine.
leading, and she'll be like keeping an eye out for threats.
Molly Sue
So,
will be kind of close, but also close to Miss Havisham because of the tentacle thing. Tendril,
Meow.
not tentacle.
So the first three cats carry on with no particular consequences. However, the gentle jingle of our good old O'Malley cat as he strolls along is enough to attract something.
Uh-oh.
And this this little tiny you think perhaps at once it was a halfling, but it doesn't look like a halfling any longer. A lifetime of darkness and living in the restricted section has changed it. And it's been attracted to you from the sound of your bell and the shiny goldness of what hangs around your neck.
It's jealous of my fabulousness.
And it reaches out of the darkness to try and steal your collar.
I'm going to thwack it.
You're gonna thwack it.
Or attempt to thwack the hand.
Well, you are defending yourself, so I will give you 2 on this.
Ooh, okay.
I've apparently killed Dan off.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sorry,
just thinking
Dan.
Hey, my number's 4.
Your number is 4. It goes. This little pale hand sneaks out from behind a bookcase, and with a tries to sneakily grab hold of your collar and run away with it for itself, and you notice quicker than it can get a good grip. Its cold hands on your fur creep you out a little bit, and you bat it away, and it goes, "My precious," and scuttles back off into the bookcase, going, "Tricksy kitty catses. It tries to keep my precious from me."
It appears one of those TTRPG players got lost in the book section.
So this is where they went.
I was wondering where that group of D&D people went.
Yeah.
As if speaking of them, crossing in front of you suddenly appears a dwarf, an elf, two hobbits, and they give you a
Where are
look.
the rest of you? There were more hobbits. Where are the rest of them?
Probably with that person who tried to take O'Malley's collar.
I think they're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Isengard. Good.
Good. Dad has fainted. Dad has fainted. It's done. Critical success.
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm really not.
We're sorry.
Oh
my God, Squeak.
No, wait. As this party passes in front of you, something falls out of the last hobbit to pass you by, who seems remarkably out of place and does but you feel like he's the moral support hobbit for this group. And out of the back of his bag drops a potato.
It's Sam. Purrsuit looks at the potato as if she's more confused by the potato than the elf, the hobbits, and the dwarf.
Chaz is clutching his dragon plushie and he just growls at the dwarf. He's like, you don't you dare touch my little Strahd.
Smaug! I'll get you!
Oh, yeah, Chaz is like, here saying, don't you dare. I will rip the beard off your chin. I know how you dwarves like your beards. I've heard of hours of arguments between whether or not dwarves and women dwarves should have beards and not.
I'm kind of just wandering around the foot of the elf going, meow. Meow.
The elf just gives you that look as if to say, I recognize you as a haughty, disdained creature such as myself. You're not getting petted. Try the bullets.
Meow.
However, the wizard that they're traveling with suddenly reappears out of a far corner and just says, "Oh, come along, you lot, get on with it." And they pass on by. Apparently, they have something more important to be getting on with. But the emotional support hobbit has left you with the potato.
Molly smacks the potato.
What do we do with that?
I mean,
Toilet, mash it, stick it as juice.
Golden chips.
I think we can just leave the potato, honestly. Like,
we should throw it at the thing that tried to grab O'Malley.
Okay. You want to carry a potato in addition to all of the other stuff you're carrying for us?
Oh no, I was gonna say throw it at the little guy in the hole.
Oh, that's right. We could kind of like soccer it in.
Yeah.
Queenie, you want to let's play soccer with this thing and then smack it because you've got the more powerful paws. And you can really just chow. You get him, Queenie?
Might hit him in the face, but yeah.
I can grab it. I just bat it forward constantly.
Just make sure that you give it one good whack at the end with your smack paw. Whichever one is the better one.
So are you trying to take the potato with you, or are you hitting it at totally not Smeagol?
Should I hit it at Smeagol?
I mean, our
Yes.
RPG senses say we should take the potato with us, but the fun side is like, no, hit not Spiegel with the potato.
Why not both?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm going to grab onto it with my claws and try to do like a backflip kick thing with it. Like where the cats try to destroy it with their back paws, but just like let go with my claws as I destroy it with the back paws and whack it at them.
Yep, give me 3.
Just gotta know how to describe things, and then you get 3d6 every time.
Ooh,
2 on the number, 3 successes.
nice. Look at that number 2. That number 2 is paying off for you.
Do we need the potato? Question number 1.
No, but it does make a very good projectile weapon.
Fantastic. We're using it as planned.
Wait, I got a 4 on my last roll.
You did. Would you also
Yes,
like to ask me a question?
Yeah, I forgot. No.
You can save it for later.
I'll save my question for later.
Very well, I shall mark it in the later pile. So you boldly venture forward further into the restricted section. There's all sorts of creepy noises and beeps and buzzes and sounds that you're pretty sure don't exist on this plane of existence. And you, for some reason, end up in. I mean, the stacks are pretty much a maze anyway, but you end up in a literal maze.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Can we
like the
still
Unseen
smell-
University.
That's totally not what I based this off of, honest.
Are we gonna come across an orangutan?
Shh.
What about a computer with a big teddy bear? But seriously, can I still smell the smell of our rivals?
I'm gonna say yes. You can still smell them. I mean, you got a real good whiff of that Siamese cat, and you reckon you can track them through this maze. How they got through the maze, if the maze was here. Time is a little bit wibbly wobbly in the restricted section.
Good thing I have my cape. It's a towel cape.
My hat.
so
I
I'm
was gonna
safe.
say, always remember to keep your towel cape on you.
Yeah, I have my towel
So-
cape.
If you'd like to give me a roll, I'm going to say you can track them, but give me 3d6 to see if you can trap them whilst avoiding the nasty things that live in this maze.
Who is rolling?
I think it is Melly that wants to track them, so we'll go with Melly.
How many d6s did you say?
3.
3? 3. Ooh.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. So you lead them through this maze with no difficulty. Using your super keen senses, you manage to stop Chaz from falling into a pit of custard that appeared out of nowhere.
Aww.
and
you don't want it on your body, you want it in your body.
And kept Queenie from bolting off in a zoomies following a laser light from a mirror ball that would have landed on top of her.
There's no laser pointers, right?
Right.
Just
this
a
is a lie.
mirror ball.
We gotta stay focused on the smell.
Okay.
Remember, it's our rivals. Don't get distracted by laser pointers. Laser pointers, they can come at any time.
But there's
Right now, our
but I haven't
rivals
caught
are
one yet.
Queenie, our rivals are here. We need to beat them. Right? You like smacking things?
Right. Yes.
Snacks?
Yes.
Then we gotta stay focused, all right?
Okay, right.
Let's
And
let's go.
no laser pointers. Got it.
No laser pointers.
And you make it out of the maze, and you realize that the smell of the rival Clouder from the new old New York Museum of Catral History, and they are close, real close. And there's a separate section of the restricted section, known as the ultra super restricted section, which you're never allowed in. And you realized that they're trying to break into there, and that's where the most dangerous books are. Some wizard got in there at once as a prank, and now he has a spell stuck in his head, and he's the worst wizard ever. You think he might have actually been a fan of the potato that you threw at Shamgol earlier. Yeah, he's absolutely the worst wizard ever. So much so he can't even spell the word correctly.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like worst as in like bad, or worst as in just like terrible at his job. Inept.
Absolutely terrible at his job.
Got it.
He can't learn any spells. He's just stuck with this one piece of spell in his head, and that's why your supervisor tells you under no circumstances whatsoever are you allowed to go into this section without her.
So what is the color of magic?
It's a slightly purple greenish color, actually.
I like it. But she gave us permission to go after these things and fix it. So
technically, she only wanted us to deal with the dragonets.
She said, "Fix the problem," and the problem just persisted.
Right.
You know what? That's true. And I'm a cat, so why do I care about rules?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're right.
What's she gonna do? Call the guards?
You're right, Chaz. We got to get these people out of here, and by people I mean our disgusting rivals.
I still have one more question. So can we just like walk into this isn't my question, but can we just walk into the room, or is it like, would we know it's blocked off and it's going to require extra steps?
There are definitely extra steps to get into this section.
Okay. And my question is, what are the extra steps? Or at least as many as you can provide.
You don't know. You've never been there.
Damn it. Where can I find the extra steps?
That is definitely more questions.
Who has a question?
I have a question that is not a fancy question. Are the have the rival cats made it into this section yet, or are they still making a break-in attempt?
You don't know yet. You can smell them. They're very close. But you don't know, and you won't know until you get to the door, which you've conveniently just burst out into after some more winding ways through the aisles of the restricted section, and a few more sci-fi and fantasy references that I'm sure I'll get murdered for later. And you get to where the smell is strongest, and you see a clouder of a mixture of Sphinx cats, Siamese cats, and general no-do-gooders trying to break into your beloved ultra super restricted section.
Listen
I
here,
look
no
at the one
good do
closest
gooders.
to us.
That's all I
Yeah,
say.
listen to Queenie. You know, it gets real bad when she gets mad. You see, I want you to leave here in one piece, but
No, you don't.
you know,
You want to fight him?
guys,
Get him!
guys, I'm trying to
Get
Some
him!
of
explain.
us are
Get
less
him!
fussy.
Guys, I just finished Only Murders in the Building. I'm trying to do a thing. It's called Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Good cat, bad cat.
Yeah.
Got it.
Look
Yes.
away. Don't make eye
And
contact.
Queenie's obviously the bad cat. I'm
Chaz
obviously the good
will,
cat.
Chaz will turn to the cloud and like when she says murderers in the building, she means here, and by murder she means she's the one who did them. So you should leave now.
Chaz is right.
I also murdered
And
things.
Queenie helped me. Queenie is the one that turned me on to murder.
Yeah. I turned the good cat into a bad cat.
And Chaz
That-
Chaz will look at what he's carrying, like, or we can do this another way, and he brings out the he's gonna toss the catnip like at them, kind of like pocket sand, or like
So you're chucking the catnip at them.
yeah.
Ooh boy. So for that, roll me 3 because you're utilizing both your offensive nature and your spunky nature.
No, we're both offensive, spunky
Oh,
people.
nice!
And
Very, very nice. So this like you throw the catnip and it's like something you've never seen before. They all of their eyes go like really wide and they just dive into that pile of catnip. There's no coordination. It's just a massive free for all. They don't seem to remember what they're even here for anymore.
Right. Now we have to get them out of here.
Well, first, Chaz gets to ask his question.
He does.
Yeah. Is there anyone who's kind of discernibly the head cat that I could talk to get him on? You know.
You see that one of them is wearing a top hat.
All right.
And he's one of those black and white cats that's got like the white mustache and the top hat. And yeah, it's really obvious who's in charge here.
He'll just kind of purr as they're kind of going for the catnip, and he'll just like, yeah, you know, there's more catnip outside of this library. Just you should probably leave here now.
Roll me 3.
Yeah.
Oh, so no. Roll me 2. Sorry. Nice. So, it takes you a minute to get his attention because he's just absolutely into this catnip. But when you eventually manage to get through to him that there is more catnip elsewhere, he suddenly like sits up and goes, "Where?"
It's right outside this library. It's where a bunch of us keep like the stash, you know, and you can take it. You can go outside. You can in the kind of the bushes, the tree bark, the dirt and stuff like that. You can take it back with you to your museum, and back to your home, and no one even know you're here.
He considers this for a minute and pours a little bit more of the catnip in his face, and it's like it's all over his face. He doesn't look dignified. All of the other cats are just by this point in time they're like upside down, just absolutely zoned out. And he realizes that even though he's still all right, the rest of his group aren't, and there's no way in hell he's going to accomplish what he came here to do. And he starts shoving his compadres. All right, lads. You want the nip? We'll go get some nip. There's more outside. The cat told us. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do what the tabby
I see
says,
that
and we'll go
too.
get some more nip. The book can wait. We'll come back for it another day. And like it is the epitome of herding cats. They don't listen to him for the longest time, and you're just kind of stood there awkwardly watching as he tries to like shepherd a bunch of semi-comatose cats, until eventually Albert comes along and just scoops them all up and just carries them out of the restricted section and dumps them over. You can see these two big paws just come up in the very far distance of just dumping them over the fence.
I feel like that was too easy.
I want to know what book they want.
I don't think they're in a position to tell us right now.
What book do you want?
And asking him might, bring him back to his senses and be like, "Oh, we're
Yeah,
here."
I know.
This is
But,
great.
like, preparedness.
So in this, you realize that you came here just in the nick of time. They just managed to get the door open, just a crack.
We could.
I want to go in.
We need to be sure it's safe. And they didn't steal anything.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, this is the super restricted section.
I know, but when else are we going to get a chance?
Didn't you say you didn't care about rules?
Do it.
Say that.
Do it now.
Okay, I'll cave to peer pressure. Let's go. And Molly Sue walks
Peer
up to
pressure.
the door with
Peer
peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
All right, I'm alive again. No, I'm not.
I got one pun. That was my only pun that I got.
Because I just want to keep these things for forever. Please take a moment. So Molly Sue will walk up to the door, which I'm guessing is open, just a tiny crack, like you said, and she'll start pawing at it to try to get it open more.
You're not really built for this, so roll me.
But I'm trying really hard.
Can I help?
Because my friends are watching.
Is Queenie gonna lend her a hand?
Yeah, I can help. I can like go behind her so it looks like she's doing it.
Does it open inward or outward?
Outward towards
Okay.
you. So so if Queenie's helping, Queenie roll 2 and Molly Sue roll 1.
All right. Okay.
Nice. Waiting for Queenie. Nice, very nice. So you're doing a pretty good job, and then when Queenie helps you, like she just kind of just leans on it gently, and the whole door just like flies open and smashes open with a loud bang.
Whoa, Queenie, you're so strong.
That was all you.
Really?
Yeah, all
I'm
of it.
strong. Oh my
You're
gosh,
super
guys,
strong.
I'm strong. Let's go find this book. Yep. Suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Dang it!
You realise that the "Don't Be Suspicious" song seems to echo quite loudly in this room.
No, are there more people in here?
How many cats are in here?
And two obnoxious, rich trust fund kids.
And then the bells are probably still dingling.
So yeah,
They're jiggling along with the song.
Yes.
You realise that in this room, silence really is golden. And you were breaking that silence quite dramatically with your bells and your song and
the door slam.
And you realise that it's pitch black in a way in here that isn't natural light. It's a proper meowgical darkness in here. Almost a perfect pitch black, to be precise. And from out in the darkness, things seem to glow of their own accord. And you see a pair of glowing eyes staring back at you. In the darkness, watching, waiting.
Who's there?
I don't know.
Are you a dog? You're not allowed to be in here if you're a dog.
You're not allowed to be in here if you're not a cat.
Technically, you're not allowed to be in here, period.
Shh.
Come out so I can just whack you.
Can I attempt to, if I try to sneak sideways, do the eyes follow me?
The eyes do
Probably
follow
should
you.
taste-
And they
taste
seem
the
to be
food.
joined by another pair of eyes.
More.
Molly Sue freezes.
And a third pair of eyes. And a low
Molly Sue
growl.
walks back to Queenie.
Queenie's tail fluffs up. And the hairs on her back are standing as she starts hissing. Back in response to their growl.
Molly Sue
Right.
will growl
Now-
and puff up.
Is this escape from ancient history or fiction? Because there are two things that I know of that have multiple heads and growl. One is ancient history, one is fiction.
You're not quite sure. The growl seems to get louder as Queenie fluffs her tail up. And two big paws clump their way out of the magical darkness. And you realize that attached to these two massive paws, bigger than all of you put together, is an even bigger dog with 3 heads and a lot of drool.
Oh.
Called it.
Somebody left their dog in here.
Disgusting.
Do we still have our potato?
Is
No, you needed that thing.
Oh, right.
I was pissed.
I'm just gonna run up and try to grab onto the middle head with my claws instantaneously.
Chaz was gonna leave. Chaz was gonna put out the cream. Here's a saucer of cream. I don't know what happened to most of it.
Bat it over towards the Cerberus.
but is it Cerberus or is it Fluffy?
Fluffy.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Are we
I was gonna say.
ancient
Yeah.
history?
Are we looking?
Are we mythology or are we fiction? Cerberus or Fluffy?
Fluffy.
Sometimes both.
You realize.
I mean,
that
sometimes both.
you realize looking up that the beast that you're facing has a collar as well, also with a fancy bow tie, and a big dog tag on which the name Fluffy is emblazoned boldly.
Molly Sue looks at this collar, like really, really trying to look at it. I know it's hard because it's super dark, but she's a cat. And she looks at Chaz, specifically at Chaz's collar, looks at O'Malley's collar, then looks up at the dog, and she slowly starts to walk forward. But she is no longer growling. She is attempting to sniff Fluffy and perhaps befriend Fluffy.
In the meantime, Queenie has thrown herself at the face. Which head did you go for? The middle one? The left or the right?
Middle.
The middle. It's definitely a spunky action, and it is definitely very
Offensive.
much a hitting things in the face. Give me 3d6.
Hey.
Ooh.
Three
Nice.
successes, too
The
fancy.
Dice Maiden is liking you today.
Mm-hmm.
You jump up, and it's a long way up, but you've got some awful power in those legs, and people always underestimate how high a cat can jump when they really want to. And you really want to. You've been itching for a proper fight since you got here. And you latch on to Fluffy's face and you start biting and clawing and kicking with those wonderful,
back
powerful
legs
bunny
kick.
hits. Yeah, bunny kick right in the nose. And you kind of, like, he starts to go. You can see he really doesn't like that at all. He's trying to get rid of you.
Give up. Now stop.
Molly Sue watches this, and internally she's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to befriend this guy.
Whilst this is happening on one head, the boys have kicked what remains of their cream towards left or right?
We'll go left.
Yeah,
Towards the
works.
left head of one Fluffy the dog. And give me... It's a team effort, is it not? You're trying to be friendly.
I am trying to be friendly because that is my personality. And so, yes.
So if Chaz and O'Malley roll me 2d6 each.
All right.
One, two, three. Fantastic, I think. And did you pick 5? No, you picked 4. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So you carefully scoot the rest of the teacup full of cream, and whilst its middle head is desperately trying to rid itself of an angry white furball screaming death threats at it, the left-hand side head just leans down, sniffs the teacup, and takes probably a lick that you would actually be quite proud of in its delicacy, and in one fell swoop just licks the contents of the cup out and drinks it. And then for good measure it picks and then it just picks up the teacup and crunches the teacup and eats it.
Cook is going to be so mad.
And so, Molly Sue, I'm guessing you're trying to befriend the third head?
Yeah.
I'm gonna join in with purring and being generally like meow.
I am now purring as I approach. And I believe I reach a foot. Am I able to reach a foot?
You can try and you can reach a toe, that's for sure.
Okay, toe, that's what I mean. Like the toe is not probably the size of Molly Sue. And she will sniff and then gently head boop it.
So as you head boop the toe beans of the giant pooch, your friend is purring gently. Please, Molly Sue, roll me 3, and Havisham, roll me 2. Interesting.
I am no use.
I mean,
Well, that's
you'd
what
think
seems
you'd think
obvious
that a
at
Scottish
first
fold would be quite good at being friendly, but it appears your Scottish nature has taken over, and all you've done is just managed to
battle cry.
battle cry instead of giving these cute little meows, like your friend Molly Sue is doing. And fortunately for the little Scottish fold cat, Molly Sue knows how to make friends. And the big fluffy dog doesn't seem to mind the teeny tiny cat that's just gently booping its toes, and you managed to get it to a point where it's not outwardly attacking you. Its middle head is incredibly confused as to what this feral this feral frickin' tribble on its face is doing here. And the other head is having a nice cup of cream tea. When it volunteered to guard this section, it's not entirely sure that's what it signed up for. It's supposed to be big and intimidating and scary, and certainly the other cats that came to invade it didn't get very far. Let's put it that way. However, it seems to realize that you know your way around a library. You've come well equipped for this, and 2 of you are wearing collars. And these are meowgical collars, only given out by the humans of this library to those that are supposed to protect it. And after some time of tea and purring and
Queenie, goddammit, get down from there.
being bullied into submission.
What?
Okay.
Take everything away.
Actually, really nice.
She's play fighting.
He just kind of like lies down on the floor and puts all 3 of his heads down and just kind of gives you all a big which unfortunately covers all of you who are in drool and snot and other delicious goobers.
Queenie
Molly
just like
was kind of like she stops mid nuzzle and she's just kind of like, was it worth it?
Queenie just plops on his head, on the one head she was attacking, and sighs. Like she's just like laying on his head right now, in between his ears.
Queenie's the only one that doesn't get covered in goop.
Pretty good job. You totally defeated it.
This is worse than marshmallows.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It is worse than marshmallows.
It's so bad now.
I'm the champion. Yeah, champion.
I am the champion.
However, you realize that this guard dog is put here for a reason, and whatever the Clowder from the New Old New York Museum of Catral History came in here for, they've managed not to. There is a book half pulled out on the shelf, marked. Let's see what I put the title as. Creatures of the Void, and screaming terrors therein. And you realize that that's what they were trying to nick. For whatever reason. Maybe they've reading one too many H.P. Lovecraft novels on their visits here. But they were after some nasty things. Worse than the book that tried to pull in Miss Havisham.
Oh no.
I kind of want to jump up and push it back in, but I'm also a little bit afraid because of the book that tried to eat Miss Haversham.
I mean, if you want to jump up and push it back in, go right ahead. It'll be.
Yes.
I'll give you 2.
Molly Sue looks at Chaz and Queenie. It's just a book, right? It's not booby trapped,
Right.
right?
And if we have the Fluffy here is guarding it. Pushing it back in. It'll take more effort for whoever wants to take it out.
I tap the dog on the head with my paw, like bat him slightly, not painfully. If we push it in, will it do bad things? Can you push it in?
Okay, I'm gonna try it, guys.
I don't know what that means.
I go up to the bookcase and I do the butt wiggle. I do the little butt wiggle as I'm calibrating. I'm calibrating.
Calibrating.
And I leap. Yes, calibrating. And I leap. You said 2d6?
Yes, please.
Calibrating.
Do I get an additional?
We have like a crap ton of 5d6.
Yeah, we do. We have
like
if you want to nick one from the pool, I'll allow that as well.
Thank you for the calibration.
It's like an aim action.
Yeah, you take an action to aim.
Okay.
You make the jump, and it's your what have you got? Your little you jump through the air gracefully as a cat should be, and with a little boop, push the book back into its slot. You think perhaps if you'd failed, there might have been some consequences to this, but fortunately for you, you're too good at your job.
Yay! And I know, since my number is no cat. Okay, sorry. The cats like to either Kool-Aid man the door or just sit there and paw at it until I get up and go get them.
That's okay.
But it was my housemate's door that the cat was clawing at, not mine. So I have a question that I will save for the moment because I don't currently know what to ask. Actually, yes, I do. Do I see, smell, or otherwise sense any more of the black tendrils?
No.
That we saw in the beginning. Okay.
No, there are no more black tendrils.
Cool.
So you.
All right.
It is you realize you've been quite some time in this library, in this restricted section, and the adventure has been great and amazing and full of strange things and a little bit of peril. And but Chaz's stomach gives out a mighty rumble as he realizes that it is feeding time. It's dinner time.
And we only ate half of our fish.
That's right.
We'd better tidy up.
I mean, Fluffy's got this.
I mean, yeah, like here, but the mess that we've left. I mean, we'd probably better clear up that catnip.
I can clear up the catnip.
And
oh no, not you. No. You already zoomed too much. We need someone with a level head. Someone who can really hold their nip.
I'll do it.
O'Malley.
Okay.
The T-Rex.
Are you good at holding it?
I'm great at holding it. together, man.
Miss Haversham would.
Jumps down from
How
Fluffy as they're
evil, Miss.
discussing.
All right. Just don't
Fluffy
get too
at
messed
this
up.
point pads back into the magical darkness, and you hear the sound of snoring doggo.
Right. Well, first we got to get out of this bit and shut the door again.
Mhm.
Oh right, yes.
And then we've got to get out of the restricted section.
Mhm, mhm.
Big sniff of catnip. Eyes open wide.
Queenie, I said no. All right, if you're taking some, I'll take a little.
Her pressure again.
Cut that
Her
into
pressure.
lines.
Are there any pages around?
No.
So you've all left the super restricted section.
All right.
Yes.
After we
High
cleaned
on
up the
nip,
catnip,
okay.
yes.
Now we're in the restricted section.
As we all stumble out, high on nip.
Oh, Chaz didn't take any. He has a DC. He's
Haversham
the
take
designated cat.
Is anyone going to shut the door behind you?
Oh, Chaz will shut the door.
Good. I'm not. Well, I think I'm strong enough to, but
Queenie will like slam up against it,
Because we've
Like,
got to push
spin
it. shut.
around,
Yeah.
We're not,
slam.
like, pulling it.
I'm imagining my cat right now. My cat's like this big 13-pound cat who just like runs up and jumps onto the back of my husband's chair and just slams his entire body weight into his neck. That's what she's trying to do. She'll ask Chaz for help though.
Yeah, Chaz will do that.
Okay. You already
Nice
know
little
you know how this door works. So feel free, both of you, give me 3d6 each. I'm pretty like there's no real reason why you should fail this.
3, 6,
Oh,
6.
don't say that.
Which three? Which
Here's
two?
what.
I think the phrase "I'm helping" could be applied to Chaz.
Mhm.
Helping!
But it's definitely Queenie who does most of the mountain of work needed to shut the door. It goes against all your cat senses to close a door, and you have to resist the urge to go back in and demand it be open from the other side. But even with Chaz not being of great particular use, when you eventually get him to realize that we need to shut the door, you manage it slams shut, and you hear the sound of a load of different locks just clicking back into place, and you're pretty certain this door is not going to open again.
Well, that's one less thing for the librarians to tell us off about. Hopefully she won't even know we were in there.
You're all covered in slobber.
Oh
Okay,
god, I
fine.
am still. Ugh.
I cleaned marshmallow fluff off of you. Can you at least help with the slobber, please? Slobber.
Fine. But she's like really hyper while doing it, so it's like aggressive.
Ow, my ear. Okay, that's fine if it gets the slobber off.
So was O'Malley rolling in the catnip as well?
Does he have catnip stuck to the dog slobber?
Yeah, that's what I'm hinting at here. So,
O'Malley.
O'Malley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's completely stoned out of his face.
Yep.
Doesn't even realize that he's got catnip stuck to the.
Yeah.
to the-
It's out all on the whiskers. Just
I'll help you
said
clean
you
up
could
too.
hold your lip. Okay, I'll help too.
he flops on his
Get
side.
the slobber off of me. I go over and I give him a little tap. Then I clean my paw and then I start cleaning him.
Oh dear. So you spend you spend a little bit cleaning each other off, making sure
Social
you're
group.
presentable, and some of you are, at this point are absolutely wired, and you're not really on this planet right now.
Yeah, Molly Sue has probably had enough to really start to hit her, and she's just like,
Let's go this way. Let's go this way.
yeah,
Where are the
you've had to go chasing after Queenie at least 3 times.
She keeps thinking she sees laser pointers.
I see laser.
The red dot is back. Darts.
The future is in the
You
past.
follow
Red
the
dot.
you follow the smell of Chaz's nose back towards the library, because Chaz knows where food is, and food is home and safety. The journey back is met with relative peace compared to the way in. For some reason, you don't encounter a maze, which you find interesting. You're not entirely sure you're going the way you came, but it seems to be the right way. Until eventually you're met with the gate back out into the library proper once again.
That's good, at least.
Now to
Molly Sue is a little wobbly at this point. She's like, all right, I'll go first. Or do we want O'Malley to go first so we can shove him through?
I'll do it.
Okay, you got this, O'Malley.
Yes,
Just
I'm
massive
still wet from the
food.
communal grooming.
You know what? From the fact that you are still slippery, I will give you the extra. And to use that one from the pool, I'll give you 3d6 there.
Okay. Can I take another one from the pool and roll?
No,
40?
you're only having 3.
call it disadvantage for being stoned.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh,
no.
no.
I was gonna go through the gate, but then I got high.
Oh, no.
Oh boy. So you think this time he's slippery, he'll make it through, but oh no,
I
he
Winnie
starts-
the Pooh
he
that
starts
night.
going through.
Oh yeah, if he's stuck,
But
Chaz
he
is
is
gonna, like, Chaz is gonna-
absolutely, completely and totally stuck.
Yeah, Chaz is gonna bum rush and just try to get him through.
So
He's
you're
gonna-
charging
Yep.
him.
This is amazing.
I just saw the gif in the Discord.
Yeah, that's accurate. Okay, in that case, give me.
Molly Sue will try to help, but she's not
Give
going to
me
be very much
3d6, Chaz, given that you're on the offense here.
Okay, so looks like I got.
Okay, a 3, a 6, and a 1. So you managed to shove him through, but as a consequence, you are now stuck.
Queenie will do.
You managed to get the momentum to shove your pal through, but in return, it just wasn't enough, and now you're in exactly the same predicament as he was.
Queenie will do the butt slam thing again.
And
Bunny
Molly
kick
Sue
butt
will
slam.
help with actual force, because she wants to help her friend, but she is a tiny cat and she is very stoned. I don't expect you to get more than one single d6 for a roll to help Queenie push him.
It's 2 successes. One is my
Yeah.
magic number.
Yeah, so once again, Queenie comes to the aid of the slightly chonkier cats in the room, and just with all of that hopped up, zoomy catnip energy that she's got.
She
coursing
spins
through
around
her.
like 6 times before like gaining up the energy before doing it.
And with a
Boom.
cry of
Sue is
Hadouken!
watching you like,
Just bunny kicks O'Malley straight through the gate.
Oh, it's
No,
bad.
Chaz.
Chaz. O'Malley's already on the other side.
O'Malley, Bunny kicks Chaz through the gate into O'Malley.
And now they're both just laying on the floor.
Who's next?
It's like a game of snooker.
Anybody else need to be kicked out through the gate?
It's okay. I
I'm
don't need any
gonna
help.
I'm gonna try and sneak through the gate.
You have to sing the song if you're sneaking, though.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't
Don't
be
be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And with that, both of you are going at the same time because you have to have like the rousing chorus of "Don't be suspicious" for this to work.
Yes.
It doesn't work otherwise. And you can both roll me the full 3d6.
Be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be
Mercifully, the fanciest cat in the world is the least suspicious cat that there can be. But
I think we both got fancy cat numbers.
The fancy cat is nothing compared to the ease and grace with which Molly Sue just daintily just like as putting the boys completely to shame, making the Scottish cat look like a lumbering oaf, just steps through like it's nothing, leaving Queenie to.
You got this, Queenie.
You can
I'm just
do
gonna
it.
run through slam again. It worked the
3d6.
first
Let's go.
time. Works the second time as well.
Yep, and she's just straight through and gone. Like she puts so much effort behind it that she has to do like a handbrake turn and come back because she's gone too far.
She like skids and scratches onto the floor a little.
No breaks. No breaks.
There's a flurry of papers as the handbrake is applied.
Albert, you can close the door now.
Albert just you see his sad little head just pop up to the stacks, and he just gives you a little wave.
There might be some catnip in there.
Albert. I'm going to miss him.
And then he's gone, shuffling back off to do whatever it is that Alberts do in the restricted section.
Food. Jasmine.
The T, you can still hear the T-Rex stomping around in the prehistoric section. No one's put him back in his book yet.
He's fine.
Do we gotta go deal with that?
You.
I mean, food. Food helped us last time. Food's gonna help us this time.
Cheese did help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll follow Chaz.
So, Chaz, are you trying to be that gamekeeper from Jurassic Park, like luring the T-Rex-sized raptor into the book?
Oh no, he's going past the prehistoric session. It's food time.
Oh yeah, he's just going straight for the kitchen. Okay,
he'll be fine.
Chaz is off for his dinner. Well, what are the rest of you doing?
Following Chaz, because apparently Chaz is the stoned kitty wrangler, and he's gotten us this far. So he's probably taking us somewhere pretty good. And I do I'm starting to get a little tired. The nip is starting to make me tired. So I'll follow Chaz. Maybe I need a re-up of like a tiny bit of fish or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm aware that there's stuff that needs to happen, but also that I need the rest of them to get it done. So I'm gonna stick with Chaz.
So you're all going with Chaz to the kitchen, and I'm assuming you're all going there. And Cook goes, "Well, I thought you were all going to be late. Where the devil have you been?"
Meow.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's still dinner time, even though you're late. You're lucky you're not a book. There'd be a return fine. And she puts down five plates of fancy food for you all.
Yum, yum,
Queenie dives in.
Nom, 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 nom,
She
nom,
is
nom.
starving for some reason.
Meow, 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 meow.
Same. I don't know
And-
where this came from.
No.
When she cleans the middle of the plate and it's empty, she starts meowing at it, even though there's still food in it.
So you
Well, I
all
see
you
it's
all
about
have your
half of the
fancy
food.
snacks, and you realize you're full. It's been a long day. You've saved the world almost.
We saved
But
the
you-
library.
You saved the library, and you're tired. You're really tired.
Like abnormally
I'm-
tired.
The zoomies from the catnip are wearing off, and you realize it's getting to that point. The library, it must be closing time at the library, and it's time for you to go get some naps.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a catnip.
So, it's always
There's
nap
sun
time.
cube nearby.
You go find your favorite sleeping spots, whether it's a windowsill, by the fireplace, on the secretary's desk.
Dip the
And
desk.
you-
I cuddle right next to Molly Sue.
Oh.
And I snuggle up
Chaz will
into
snuggle
like
up as
a
well
tiny
because-
little ball next to Queenie.
Chaz will snuggle next to Molly Sue, clutching his dragon plushie.
No.
Mhm.
You just find a cushion and go. Nom, nom.
And as you all doze off, you hear the dulcet sound of your human caretaker going, "Why is there a dinosaur? What? Get back in your book. Go on, shoot!" And the sound of a snapping spine and the huffed sigh of a librarian that has got a lot of work to do. And you all fall asleep, knowing that
Oh.
you've saved your little library once more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
The end.
Yay!
This reminds me of that movie, The Page Master from like the late
Yeah.
90s.
I remember that.
Yep, I might have taken some inspiration from that.
It's fine. I just had to resist various times because I know that mine and Asabat's brain run in the same fandoms, and therefore, I had to I had to shut that down a couple of times.
Did you all have fun?
Yeah.
No, I hated it. It was horrible.
Queenie,
Never
Yeah, no.
again.
That's fine.
Now we raise money for kitties.
We
Mhm.
did raise money for kitties. We raised, let me bring up the window.
$181.
Ooh.
$181. Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
That's
Thank
not
you.
a bad start. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated. Honestly, this is one of my favorite things to do each year, and I couldn't imagine like spending my birthday with more awesome people.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
You don't look a day over what you were last year.
And we didn't cause a catastrophe.
No, you didn't.
Hey!
Oh, I missed that one.
It could have been cataclysmic.
Catastrophic almost.
It could have been more consequences.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks
all
for
so much for
Mhm.
playing.
Thank
I've
you.
absolutely loved having you here. Putting up with my insanity, on the spot monsters, distractions, and general shenanigans. If anyone's watching and they'd like to play, If you Google library cats, it's a play for free or pay as you think it's worth 2-page game that you can pick up at any point in time. I would definitely recommend it. It's very cute and cuddly.
It is.
I'm already
And with the right
planning
effort,
to play it with the Maelstrom Mind and a Discord server at some point. Because Cosmo is wonderful and will be a hilarious cat.
and with the right people, it's very pun filled.
Yes.
Even with the wrong people, it's very pun filled.
So before we sign off, everybody remind the audience who you are and tell us where we can find you and plug something you want to plug.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm Spider Moose or Spider Mooses in various places across the internet. I make bear hoods like this with commission. Currently, I'm on hiatus because life is mad. But yeah, if you like them, then I make them, and I'm happy to make them for people.
Hi, I was Melly, and I'm still Melly. You could reliably find me on Twitter. I believe it's at melly.leah. I'm also on Instagram. That is at melly_leah_ because apparently it was taken, or more realistically, I made something a while back and then forgot about it. I also make lovely little resin things. I'm working on making dice. You can find pieces such as this in our raffle.
That is pretty.
One. This is a tea light holder that is shaped like a lotus. But you can find objects like that on the Meowrathon raffle if you would like to try to get something and also donate to cats, because cats are awesome.
I just finished putting together all the little preview images. I still have to put them up on the website. You made so many things.
I did, and I had to hold myself back from making more, Dan. There could have been 16 keychains.
that look was almost manic. Like,
Yeah.
I could have had 20.
She had to go to bed at some point.
I did. I had to go to bed at some point, and I was like, do I stay up and make more keychains, or do I sleep? And
I'm glad you chose sleep.
Yes. The night before, I did not.
I'm Nikki, and you can find me at Beholder to No One. And if you are, I don't know what times the next games are on for this show, but if they're not interlapping and you want to watch me on Shadowrun, I will be on Shadowrun on Weave the Tale at 3:30 today, and then on 2000 Tales Role-Playing on YouTube at 9 p.m. today. And then tomorrow I will be on Weave the Tale at 6 p.m. with our finale of Necrobiotic. So lots of games this weekend. But otherwise, you could just find me whatever I'm doing at Beholder to No One.
Okay, I'm Al, and I play Chaz. You can find me on Twitter at @LSWrites. I will be playing Goat Crashers tomorrow, and I'll be playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians on Sunday as well. I am not much to plug. I'm going to be I am Flint on Champions of Eclipsia, a D&D 5e live play. We are on hiatus right now. Currently looking for a new home after leaving a channel that shall not be named. So, yeah.
Jeff, you got anything?
Oh no, I got nothing. I'm Jeff. I'm the marshal of the OD&D Deadlands campaign. I am a senior game master at starfleet.com, Star Trek role-playing, and I try to avoid Twitter, but I'm on there at Wombat Stories. And tomorrow at 11, I guess it is, I will be running a Monarchies of Mao game with three of the lovely people from this game. So if you enjoyed the cat-based puns, get ready for more cat-based puns and bird puns. So it will be an adventure.
A flight of fancy, you could say.
A murder most foul.
So I am Lady Asabat. You can find me in pretty much any corner of the internet by the same handle. I am a Twitch streamer. I'm on Twitter. I technically have an Instagram account. I don't really look at it. I stream all kinds of games, mostly like little indie things, a lot of puzzle games and other such things. I am hoping to eventually do some more tabletop RPGs on my channel. So fingers crossed that happens. If you've enjoyed what you've seen of my slightly freelance DMing style, expect more of that and more puns if you come and follow me on the internet. I also run a bakery where I send people cakes and brownies and snacks in the mail. Unfortunately, it's UK only, but you can find me at Release the Caken. It's my little corner of the internet. Tomorrow I will be running a game of Goat Crashers at the same time as I have been today. So expect lots of goat-related puns for that. And I am joined by the wonderful Zoob and a few other people who are not playing in this game. And then I'm also taking part in Jeff's game of Monarchies of Mao, so you'll be seeing plenty of me tomorrow.
And you can thank the Meowrathon for giving a taste of DMing to Lady.
Yes, I did my first ever DMing game this time last year in the Meowrathon.
Nice.
This is only my third time actually DMing a game.
Well, you did fantastic for the third time, especially.
Right? I did not believe her last year that she had never DM'd before.
Yeah, she's great.
All right, so thank you, everyone. That was so much fun to watch. We have a D&D 5e game coming up, hosted by, oh my god, I'm not even awake. Swords and Statutes. Zach from Sword of Statutes at noon Mountain Time, so in about an hour and a half, so stay tuned. I will be stopping the stream and restarting it because I like to make the VODs available as soon as possible for each game. That way anyone who wanted to see it doesn't have to wait an entire day to watch it. So just, if you're on the stream, just hang on. It'll be back shortly. And thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.